Today class, here is the video tutorial on rational numbers based from our module. After going through this module, you are expected to first, express rational numbers from fraction form to decimal form, and vice versa. And second, perform operations on rational numbers. Rational numbers changing from fraction to decimal form. First, what are rational numbers? These are numbers which can be written as a quotient of two integers, a over b, where b should not be equal to 0. Any rational number can be expressed in fraction form or decimal form. Converting fraction into decimal form is simply dividing the numerator by the denominator. Say for example, we have 4 over 5 expressed in decimal form will be, we simply divide our numerator, which is 4, by our denominator, which is 5. But since 4 is not divisible by 5, we add a decimal place. Then, we can proceed with division. We copy the decimal place, then we divide 40 by 5, that will give us 8. Therefore, 4 over 5 or 4/5 in decimal form is equal to 0.8 or 8/10. Now let us try changing decimal into fraction form. A decimal is expressed to fraction form by using its digits, disregarding the decimal point as the numerator and selecting the correct power of 10 as the denominator. The fraction is then expressed in simplest form. For example, express 8/10 in fraction form. First, we copy the digit which will become the numerator. Then we count the decimal places to identify the power of 10. Since we only have one decimal place, that means 1 0. Therefore, the denominator will be equal to 10. Then, we simplify. In simplifying, we identify first the GCF of the numerator and the denominator. In this case, it is 2. Then we divide them both by 2. Eight divided by 2 would give us 4. Then 10 divided by 2 would give us 5. Therefore, 8/10 or 0.8 in fraction form is equivalent to 4/5 or 4 over 5. Let us have the operations on rational numbers. In addition and subtraction of similar fractions, we may follow these three simple steps. First, add or subtract the numerators. Second, we copy the denominator. Then third, we reduce to lowest term if needed. Cite for example, we have 3/8 plus 1/8. First step is to add the numerators. 3 plus 1 would give us 4. Then second step, we copy the common denominator, which is 8. So this is over 8. Then we simplify. Since they have a common factor, which is 4, we both divide them by 4. 4 divided by 4 would give us 1. Then 8 divided by 4 would give us 2. Therefore, 3 over 8 plus 1 over 8 is equal to 1/2. Now, let us try to subtract this one. 4/6 minus 2/6. First step, we simply subtract the numerators. 4 minus 2 would give us 2. Then we copy the common denominator, which is 6. That would give us over 6. Since they have a greatest common factor, which is 2, we can divide them both by 2. That would give us 2 divided by 2 is equivalent to 1, and 6 divided by 2 is equivalent to 3. Therefore, 4/6 minus 2/6 is equivalent to 1/3. How about if we have the similar fractions? Again, we only have 3 simple steps to add and subtract them. First is to find the LCD. Second, change to similar fractions. Then third, reduce to lowest term if needed. Let us try to add this one. 3/4 plus 1/6 will be equal to, first step is to find the LCD. The LCD is 12. In this case, 12 now will be our new denominators. Now, to change this into equivalent fractions, we divide each denominator by 12. First, 12 divided by 4 would give us 3. Then we multiply to the numerator would give us 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Then we repeat the process for the second fraction. 12 divided by 6 would give us 2. 2 times 1 would give us 2. Then, we proceed to addition. Nine plus 2 would give us 11. Then we copy the common denominator, which is 12. Since they do not have a GCF greater than 1, then it is already on its simplest form. Therefore, 3/4 plus 1/6 is equivalent to 11/12. Next example, let us try to subtract these examples. 4/8 minus 5/12. First, identify the LCD, which is 24. Then it becomes our new denominators. Then to change this into equivalent fractions, we divide 24 by 8, that would give us 3, multiplied by 4, that would give us 12. Repeat the process for the second fraction. 24 divided by 12 would give us 2, and 2 times 5 would give us 10. Then we proceed to subtraction. We simply subtract the numerators. That would give us 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. Then copy the common denominator, which is 24. In this case, we can simplify this by using their greatest common factor, which is 2. We divide them both by 2. That would give us 2 divided by 2 is equivalent to 1, and 24 divided by 2 is equivalent to 12. Therefore, 4/8 minus 5/12 is equal to 1/12. Now let us have multiplication of rational numbers with 3 easy steps. First, we multiply the numerators. Second, we multiply the denominators. Then third, we reduce to lowest term if needed. For example, we are to multiply 3/4 by 5/6. First step is to multiply the numerators. That would give us 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Then we multiply the denominators. That would give us 4 times 6 is equal to 24. Then we simplify them by using their greatest common factor, which is 3. We divide them both by 3. That would give us 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5, and 24 divided by 3 is equal to 8. Therefore, 3/4 times 5/6 is equal to 5/8. How about if our given are mixed numbers? 2 1/4 times 5 4/6. First, we changed them into improper fractions. To do that, we multiply the denominator by its whole number. 4 times 2, that would give us 8, plus the numerator, which is 1, that would give us 9. Then we copy the denominator, which is over 4. We repeat the process for the second fraction. We multiply 6 by 5, that would give us 30, plus the numerator, which is 4, that would give us 34. Then we copy the denominator, which is 6. Before we proceed to multiplication, we can simplify first the factors. Since 9 and 6 can both be divided by 3, we simplify them. Therefore, we have 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. (34) and 4 can also be divided by a common factor, which is 2. Therefore, we have 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, and 34 divided by 2 is equal to 17. Now we proceed to multiplication. We simply multiply the numerators. 3 times 7 is equal to 51, and 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Or, we can express this as a mixed number, which is 12 and 3/4. Therefore, 2 and 1/4 times 5 and 4/6 is equal to 12 and 3/4. Division of rational numbers in 3 simple steps. First, take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Next, proceed to multiplication. Then third, we reduce to lowest term if needed. Now let us have this example. 4/5 divided by 2/3. First step, we copy the first fraction, 4/5. Then we get the reciprocal of the second fraction. 2 now will become our denominator, and 3 will become our numerator. That will give us 3/2, which is the reciprocal of 2/3. Then we proceed to multiplication. We simply multiply the numerators. 4 times 3 is 12. Then multiply the denominators. 5 times 2 is 10. We simplify this by using the greatest common factor, which is 2. We divide them both by 2. That would give us 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6, and 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. We can change this into mixed number. That would give us 1 and 1/5. Therefore, 4/5 divided by 2/3 is equal to 6/5, or 1 and 1/5. Now let's see if we were able to meet our expectations. First, were we able to express rational numbers from fraction form to decimal form and vice versa? Check. Were we able to perform operations on rational numbers? Yes. Congratulations, class! Thank you for watching. This is Teacher K saying, enjoy learning and happy solving.